All right, so I'm just loaded into Canva here on the main page. And when I got ready to do my newsletter this year, I literally just searched technology newsletter and found one that I liked. I tried to, for today, find the original, and unfortunately I didn't. But what I love about this is you can take any template that's already been created and then make it your own. So let's say I picked this newsletter as the one that I wanted to use. You can see it's already colored and, with different colors, and it has all the information, but I can customize it. And what I really enjoy about Canva is I can then say, okay, I want this to be orange because we're the Princeton Tigers and everything is orange and black. So as soon as it comes up here, I'm just going to show you how quickly you can take something like one of their templates and just start making it your own. And then I'll show you my own example of the one that I use. All right, so any newsletter or any template that you use, and there's a template for just about anything. Another quick tip for Canva is if you are creating maybe like, if you're in Google Classroom, there's Google Classroom headers. Like it's already figured out the dimensions for it. If you post to Instagram, there's an Instagram template already. So the template's already there. You don't have to worry about sizing being correct. But this is example, like I said, of a newsletter template. And I can click really anywhere on here and change it. So if I click on this top banner, and then you can see the colors right here. If I click on that blue, then I'm going to have all the colors pop up on the side. And you're going to notice I actually have what's called the Princeton brand. I loaded this in under the brand templates of Canva. So I can just click on, these are our official school colors. And so I can change that right away to orange. I can click on the words, change that super fast. Of course, I wouldn't call it that because that's our superintendent's newsletter, but that's okay. Really, any of these things I can click, I can delete. When you see, so like I just deleted that picture off there, you see here they have this kind of cloud background. That just means it's a template that you can throw a picture in and it will size it for you. So if I go to my photos here, and like Jeremy said, I've been using Canva for years and years. I have pictures and I have never run out of storage, especially once they went to this free educator account. So if I just slide this over, it just moves it right in there. If I want to adjust it and double click, I can just move it down. Oops, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. If I double click on the whole picture, you can see the whole picture is inside of there, and I can scoot that down within the frame to make it fit a little bit nicer. So it's really just a lot of click and drag, which I enjoy. I'll show you an example of our newsletter. One thing I like to point out too is down here in the bottom, it usually defaults pretty small. You can make it a little bit bigger for those of us with those over 40 eyes. So you can see, but you can see this one, this was all the template that was here. And then I just changed it to instructional technology. I put in all of the Princeton colors in the background. And that was really just a matter of clicking the color and then choosing the color that I wanted. For me, one thing that I've started to do, I've been trying to get really consistent with our newsletter because I feel like I constantly am changing how we do newsletters in our district and how I get the information out. So I've tried to do, especially this year, an AI spotlight. So every time I send the newsletter, I try to focus on something new in AI or something teachers might not know about. And then we use Seesaw and Schoology. So I try to focus on 2 of those every time. And then down here is just kind of whatever I've come across. So whether it's Jeremy's newsletter from ECMAC, whether it's, some of the different, I guess you would call them education influencers that I follow, I take all those newsletters and then I put it in here to share with staff. So yeah, it's really just a matter of clicking and typing. The other thing that I really like about Canva now is you have the ability to do the magic rate. So if I take this paragraph here and I'm like, yeah, it's good, but I want to change it. If I click on the magic rate, all right. If I click on magic rate, I can make it more fun. I can rewrite it. I can sprinkle fairy dust to just kind of clean it up and make it look nicer. But I've done this a lot when I don't exactly know how I want to describe the tool. So I'll kind of put in everything I know and then I'll ask it to rewrite it. And it rewrites it in just a way that's easier for staff to understand. Or I've had staff email me, here's what we were doing in class, rewrite this however you want. So I just let AI rewrite it for me. And I found this to be incredibly helpful for writing my newsletter. So a lot of times I'll just say, okay, rewrite it so I can see if I like it better, how they rewrite it. With everything, there's an undo button. So you can always go backwards if you don't like it right up here. The other thing I really enjoy, and this is someone's in here right now, is with Canva, I can see who's reading my newsletter. So especially on Fridays when I send it out, I will keep this open and I will see, just like in Google, all the people who are in my newsletter. So for me, it just is validation that people are reading it in our district. So I know the information's getting out there. If they have a Canva account, I see their name. If they don't, it just says like some random animal that's in there. And then what I do every week is or let's be real, it's not every week, it's weekish. When I'm ready, I hit file, make a copy. So just like this is very reminiscent of Google. And then I just name that copy whatever week I'm sending out. And you can see this was supposed to be last week and didn't get sent out. So I'm going to be doing some stuff today. I'm actually going to be writing up a little bit about Canva and how teachers can use this to create lessons, worksheets, activities, and all of it is really easy to just, manipulate and change into whatever colors and activities you want. We found in one class last week, we found a math worksheet, but it was spring themed. And so I showed them how really quickly they could just click on the logo or click on the element and search for a snowman and put the snowman in instead.
It looks to me like you have space remaining for
Yeah.
a little integrate this podcast promo.
I do have a little space remaining for that.
Right in that empty space there.
Yes. There you go. Right here. You have to send me the logo. And then actually just before we got on here, I actually was searching. I'm like, well, if I'm going to talk about Canva, I want to use their logo. This is all the stuff that's already in graphics under Canva. So, and anytime you search a topic, so if I search technology, you can search for graphics, photos, videos, and all of this is ready to be used. And you just literally click on it. It plops it into your picture. It's super easy to resize. And unlike Word or even Google Docs, it doesn't move your words all around and you have to get it just perfect to make it like work, right? You can move things around really easy, which again was another aha for teachers that they really liked. So that's Canva. That's what I like.
I think it's also important and maybe to remind all of our educators out there that you can get a free Canva for Education account by signing up through there. And then when you do that, you get access to so much more than what you would get if you just had an individual free plan. And
they will be free forever. I actually sat in with some Canva representatives, and that's a promise they've made that it'll be free for educators forever.
Awesome. Cool. That was fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing what you know about Canva with us. And, I think, especially with the templates that you showed, I think it's pretty straightforward that any teacher, any administrator, any person within the educational world should be able to find something that would work for them. And if they don't find it exactly, they can tweak it to make it fit. So.
Exactly. And I think that's what's the easiest thing about Canva for me is that you can just find that template, click around, make the colors what you want, drop things in that are easy. And it just makes it pretty user friendly. I haven't had too many staff that have tried it and felt overwhelmed like they might with learning a new tool.